type your stuff into the... Oh, I guess I have to. So how many missiles? So you want 7 missiles? Guys! Frag and crack missiles, how many? 4? Only 4? Or is that how many you're buying on top of the 3 you already have? Okay, so 7. There we go. And how much does that cost in requisition? Overall? 40, so that would be 28 left. Okay, so... So 50 altogether. That means I have to switch back to the shoot and change it again. Dang it. Yeah, okay, you wait for a day or so, and then they launch the drop pod down to the outskirts of the city, and it opens up with all the gear inside and all the necessary ammunition to replenish your squad. Yeah, I can hear that from here. So, but during the time you were waiting, you get a message from a runner from the commander telling you that they got an incoming transmission from one of their bases that they ran, that apparently an Astartes had turned up in their base somehow. That an Astartes has turned up in one of their bases. He calls himself Macrodon. Yep. Yes, you. Yes, you do. No, yes, you do. But what they tell you is that um, he ended up inside the bridge, the large fortress bridge on the point where the two different continents connect, and he ended up being found by one of the Imperial Guard platoons patrolling. Yes, he's in intensive care currently. He didn't say. Alright, so you can head out now. Actually, the Valkyrie would go further, I believe. Yeah. One moment. Let's see. Yeah, it would go slightly further than kilometers per hour. So, yeah, it would be able to fly directly across. So, like, within about a single day, you're able to fly there.
but oh, you're lucky enough and you don't actually encounter anything. So you managed to actually fly over the entire jungle without any impediment. So let's make those rolls to see how many wounds he's healed. 84 failed. 6, 8, 1. And these are tests, and how many days have passed? It would have been... Okay, so let's see. Yep, here we go. We need to look at intensive care. So, yeah, that's what I said. Well, extended intensive, pretty much. But for lightly damaged patients, for normally damaged patients, remove 1 plus. For, wait, yeah, heavily or crit once at the end of each week. Yeah, take a test once, so he can only take it once. Twice the normal damage, removing the critical damage first, plus 1 additional damage for each degree of success or failure. So he would have only been able to take 1 test, which that big failure one would have meant he healed nothing, so he's still at 3 wounds. So you finally make it to the base and fly in with a Valkyrie. Oh yeah, he talks about how he managed to arm wrestle one of the primates that were twice his size and beat it before running into the Catachan. So actually, yeah, that's what would happen. Euro's gonna make a first aid test to heal him. 29, so that is. Oh, he was down to 10 hit points, but he didn't arrive anyway, so fuck him. I reminded him 4 times during the week. No, but yeah, Adam, uh, yeah, Macrodon gets 5 wounds back. No, he only gets 1 wound because of, that thing called being heavily wounded and not having autosanguine and being awesome. Oh yeah, he stayed and rested for 1 day each day, so he has 5 wounds now. At least that's how it should work. Oh wait, oh, never mind. 4 or more degrees of failure, which they didn't fail that badly. 2 or more degrees of failure takes 1 damage each. Okay. So he did take 1 damage, but then he gets 1 back for that past one, so he's still at 3 wounds. Or no, 4 wounds. He's at 4 wounds. Yeah. But yeah. So the entire squad is back together now. What are you gonna do? Okay, so when you enter into his office, this guy's a really old guy. Like you can tell he's old. He's probably older than some of you guys. No, I'm joking. Um, but he's definitely much older and a very veteran commander. He doesn't really seem phased that you've come into the room, and he pays you heed in that you're more Astartes, like like the last one, and um, that he points out that your brethren or your brother in arms promised to deal with a specific problem he's been having with apparently Tau that are in special miniature battle suits, and that um, your squad would investigate this problem for him. And he points out it's nothing big, it's simply an investigation. Also, you guys should add 1 renown to your guys' sheets. Because you completed your other Tetra objective, which is getting Macrodon saved. Yes. I already did. Okay. See. Alright, you guys are gonna have a new Tetra objective, which, let's see. No. There. Investigate mysterious Tau units. Who? Killer. Are you inside his office when you're saying this? Okay. Yeah, you should probably make sure you clarify if you're talking in-game or outside of game. Yeah. Well, if you're planning to take the listening outpost, trying to fly at it isn't going to work as it's patrolled by Barracuda fighters, unless you're willing to take a number of the gunships that we don't use here to fly into them. Oh no, wait, no, that's actually wrong. They don't swarm it with Barracuda fighters, only a short patrol, so it would be easy to fly in and land, as he himself has given up on trying to retake the listening outpost. The fighters, yeah. He he asks that sounds like a fine plan. There's one problem though. The distance between the mainland and the actual listening outpost is all corrosive water. But I do like your enthusiasm. Once again, he explains that the listening outpost is guarded by a combination of Kroot mercenaries and Tau fire warriors. you could take one of the reserve regiments made up of conscripts. If you if if you're able to deal with his problem, he's willing to lend them to you. But he sounds intrigued. What is this plan of yours to get to the island then? So you plan to just walk in the middle of the corrosive ocean and make it to the island. I can assure you the Tau won't see it coming. Well, I should be doing a really thick British accent or a really bad one, honestly. I don't know, gunships fly pretty fast. But you do make a fair point. If I put them inside of a contraption like that, they'd probably die from asphyxiation than anything else. That's good to hear. Finding out more that these new units might turn the tide in the battle in the jungle. All right. All right. So we're nearing the end. Is there? Well, we're nearing the end, yeah. But so I guess it's kind of like opened up now. So inside the base, what are you guys gonna like kind of do while you wait? Because what is the plan? Are you gonna go out, deal with the mysterious Tau first, or are you going to um? Well, literally, you just have to encounter it. Um, no, no, because we literally only have like 15 minutes left for the end of the session. Yeah. Okay, so what are your characters gonna roleplay then? What to pass the time? Okay, that sounds good. Sephirin, what are you going to do? Whatever you want it to be. What would your badass space warrior do? Well, you would have to take, well, technically, any, not even half a keg, you'd have to drink several kegs before it affects you because your immune system is so powerful in comparison to a normal human. You'd have to get something like, what? Well, the thing is, like, the closest thing to get Space Marines drunk is Frisian Ale, which is like stupid strong, where a normal human being drinks it, they die from it from a single drink. Yeah, but you don't have a Space Wolf in your group, so that ain't gonna happen. But technically, yes, you could go to, well, I guess whatever. Oh, that dropped. separately check how when dealing or when. Oh, they disappeared suddenly. Oh boy. Alright. Hello. Okay. Ugh. But yeah, so what would Saphirin do? Well, technically, like you said, let's see, what's your. No, 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 no. I mean, like going to whatever recreational hole that the Imperial Guard here have and just sit around. Yeah, and pick fights with random guardsmen for no reason, which doesn't make sense. Okay, so generally be kind of a joker. Be like, hey, hey, you want to fight me? And then suddenly, no, no, and then go, man, you should see the look on your face. It's hilarious. I'll go get you a drink. But that would be kind of odd for a Space Marine to directly interact, but maybe your character doesn't feel that way about human beings, about regular humans, so yeah. Hello? The Obsidian Wings are a successor chapter to the Blood Angels. Yeah. Alright, so I guess that's the end of the session. Oh, I got. Huh? Alright. Oh, that's it for now. The squad finally reunited with the Macrodon, who had managed to get himself lost in the middle of the jungle. Um, After retaking the uh, uh, reactor and turning it back on, managed to ask Commander Thal to give them a ship to fly across and over the jungle. Luckily, they weren't seen or shot at as they took a route most likely suggested by command to go around and stay as far away from the fortress line as possible, staying within what the Imperial Guard control in the jungle. Alright.
With respect, General, you are wrong.